Hello and welcome back to the second part in my series about my reasonably priced dream build. So in this part I will go over all the parts I have selected for my bike, which are all ready here in my bike shed. So the obvious ones first here, the group set. As you can see, I selected, I'm gonna sit down. I selected the Ultegra group set. So the cranksets, the derailleurs, the shifters and brakes, they come together in a box like this. I don't want to do an unboxing, but here at least you can see how it looks like. Well, this kind of is a short unboxing. So you have the brake, which has the hydraulic hoses attached to it. And the olive and pin is already installed, I guess. So not sure why Shimano already does this, since I might have to route the cables the other way around. And then the shifter, the Ultegra shifter, you know how that looks. What you also get in the box is the cable and a piece of outer cable, but only a short piece like this, so only from like the handlebars to the frame. And for the Yoeleo frame you need full length outer cables, so I have that too here in plastic, in like the paper bag like that. But you get some bits and bobs as well. In one of the boxes you get this, this is the front one with the short bolts. There you also get a bleed block, and you get these bits to hold the hydraulic cable to hammer in the pin. And then in the back one, this is like the spacer, the safety spacer for when you're traveling and so on. And you also get the, oops, I wasn't in the camera. You also get the adapter part for the funnel. That's in there as well. So, and then you have some like cable ends and so on. So that's all included. I didn't know. I ordered hoping this would be part of it, but I had no idea. So that's part of these boxes. As you can see, I bought them all separate, not as an entire group set. It ended up being cheaper if I bought everything separate. So then we have the cassette, standard Ultegra cassette, 1128. Should be good here in Flanders, where it's mostly flat. I can always upgrade to like a 30 or something if I ever go into the mountains. Then for my disc brake rotors, as you can see, these are the Ultegra rotors, since I have to say I like the look of them much better, and they weren't that much more expensive. So I treated myself some Ultegra rotors instead of some Dura Ace rotors instead of Ultegra rotors, mostly for the looks. But yeah, they're supposed to be a little bit better as well. Then the chain, I went for the KMC gold chain, not the super light one, but only the extra light one. A few grams heavier. Why wouldn't you go for a gold chain, especially if you have a black and white build as I have? So this is one of the few pieces that have a bit of color. Then next part here is this cable noise protection. So these are these foam tubes from Capco. So as all the cables are fully internal, I don't want the cables to rattle around inside of the frame too much, so I can put this around it. It's what is it? Only 2 meters, which I hope will be enough. So the wheels are not Yoeleo wheels. As you can see, there's not a Yoeleo logo on here, but there is a small other logo on here, and this is the FarSport logo. So when choosing my wheels, I wanted to have hopefully SAP and spokes, Belgian spokes. Of course, I'd want them. At least something is from Belgium. And DT Swiss hubs, which have a really good reputation. Yeah, so Yoeleo wheels, that's basically where they have a really good reputation. Everybody seems to love their wheels, but the price is also, let's say, reasonable, but not cheap. And I kind of wanted to, stay a little bit cheaper. First, I wanted to buy these like really cheap, like 350 euro-ish wheels from AliExpress. But then I was looking more and more and like asking around for the companies. And of course, those ones have like no-name brand hubs and no-name brand spokes. So I kind of wanted these, and then I ended up with these FarSport wheels. However, I have to say that my experience with FarSport as a customer, with their sort of customer communication, didn't go that smooth. Maybe I'll talk about it in the future, but whatever. I definitely have to say that my dealings with Yoeleo have been far, far better than with FarSport. But anyway, the wheels are here. I will ride them now. And they seem to be good quality products as well. So they're together with the frame, I think, they like, I sort of, was bouncing around between a bit cheaper, a bit more expensive. Also, these DT Swiss, like, they're not the lightest ones. I can get like lighter and more expensive ones. But still, this is, like the frame is, I think, pretty good, not that cheap. And the wheels are also, I think, pretty good, but also like not that cheap, but I can definitely get more expensive. And then the Ultegra stuff, like actually it wasn't that much more than 105 parts. So yeah, why not? So yeah, let's move on. I'm gonna pair those wheels with Vittoria Corsa tires with 10 walls. Like I said, I love the aesthetic of 10 walls, especially with these matte 3K look in the rims. But I wasn't sure to go for 28s or 25s. I've been running 25s here in Flanders and they're actually quite okay. I don't do that much cobbles. So in the end, I kind of went for 25 on the front and 28 in the back. So 25 because it's aerodynamically fits better to the rims. And that's most important for the front wheel. Back wheel aerodynamics aren't as important since that's just, following your frame and so on. And also I need like more protection and so on the back wheel, like a bit more air between the bike and the road is most important from the back wheel. Also, I've never flatted on the front ever, always on the back. Also, always when I have like a pinch flat, it's always been the back wheel. So yeah, I went for 28s there, and then if I want one of them, by sort of seeing how they fit and how they ride, I can just order one more from the size that I really want if I sort of want the same size. But I think this will work out quite fine. Like why would you need the same size on both sizes? It's fine like that. Then I'm going to run them with latex inner tubes. I'm not ready to go tubeless since I don't want to deal with the mess. I don't want to deal with the issues that arise. I don't want to deal with the I basically get less flat tires than I sort of change my tires around because they're like they're like worn and so on, or I change them for the winter or something. I don't generally get much flat tires, so that advantage of the tubeless I don't need. I'm basically just gonna deal with the mess a lot more than I'm gonna deal with the advantage of not having flats. And ride quality should be really good on the latex tubes as well. So latex tubes, slightly more expensive, but I think, well, I haven't ridden them yet, but I think well worth the upgrade, even though, yeah. They need valve extenders, so I also have the Vittoria valve extenders, but it sort of came out that the Vittorias were in stock and were good, and then the latex tubes were also Vittoria latex tubes, and then the valves, so it's all matching Vittoria. Not that it really mattered for me, but yeah, those were all things in stock. Then I have Continental rim tape, since I asked them to do it with holes, so if I ever have issues in the future, I need to change a spoke or something, or break a spoke, or rebuild the wheel or something, I can do that. Normally they would come with without holes, just like the Yoeleo wheels, so they're tubeless ready, of course. So if I ever want to run them tubeless, I have to tape them, so I still have that option if I ever need it. But now, yeah, I will need the rim tape and that's from Continental, whatever. Then I have some smaller parts here, so the extra olives, and I also small touches. Like I said, I want everything to be perfect. The cable ends, I got black ones, since I think the cables themselves also are like a dark color. So the cable ends, like the entire group set is dark and black and so on. So I want black cable ends as well. Yeah, just a few cents more. Bar tape, Supercas, or Supercas, I don't know. Bar tape in the coffee color, so that's dark brown. I think, again, it will work well with the black and white theme, with a bit of brown tones as an accent color. Yeah, and if I don't like the color, yeah, bar tape is something that changes regularly anyway. Then I also bought this steer expander plug from Specialized. So this is the plug that comes with the frame. As you can see, I have the frame already. More on that in a later video. This is the plug that comes with the frame. This is probably good enough. Probably no problems with this. But the part that actually supports the tube isn't that big compared to this part, which also pretty much goes all the way around. It fits very snugly. And also the sort of knurling is much, like finer and smoother. This is a bit, rougher. But mostly the length of the supported thing is, this one is longer and should be long enough. Like this one should be long enough for the handlebars, but this is probably a bit better. I'm pretty glad I bought this. And also this part here, which makes it, this top part here is smaller, so it's more easy for me to, or it's better if I don't want to have a spacer on top of the handlebar. Then the bottom bracket, no Hambini bottom bracket, at least not for now. So I tried it with this Mokwai, only found on some German shops, bottom bracket, which is a thread together press fit, I think they call it. So it's two parts that that fit together. And at first sight, it seems to, like I sort of offered it up, as they say, to the frame and sort of lightly pushed it in. And it seems to fit very nice and snug. And sort of if I wanted to push it further, I think I would need more force, but it seems to fit like, pretty nicely. So hopefully that will work. if I have issues with my bottom bracket, I can always upgrade to like a Hambini or something. Yeah, and it's also a 386, so that's sort of not a super common size. 386 to 24 for a Shimano axle. So that's there's not that many options for this, but this one hopefully that will work. That's kind of everything of parts. Then I also have a few tools that I specifically bought for the build. So I have the normal tools. I have I have grease. I have all the normal stuff. But these wrenches, specifically for this, for this bottom bracket, I kind of bought two, since I didn't know they would come on time, but both shipping of these two tools was very smooth. I have a whole bunch of mineral oil, which on the shop that I bought this big container was about as expensive as a small one, so why not? And then I bought this bleed kit with lots of parts. Probably don't need this. With all the little parts, probably with just a Shimano container and a syringe, that's good enough. But this has like even more bits and bobs, and like extra bleed blocks and those kind of things inside that. And from AliExpress, from China. Not sure, if this will work well or not. Then I bought this internal cabling router tool, because the whole frame is fully has internal cables. At first sight, the cables go really smoothly through the frame. So again, not sure if I need this, but anyway, this was way cheaper than the equivalent tool of Park Tool. It might not be as good, but it's a pretty simple thing. Like it's a bunch of magnets and some bits to attach the wire to the cables and so on. That's all I think I'll need. And then this cable cutter tool, and then this tool to insert the pins into the hydraulic cables, so I don't need to hammer away, since I might just have a little bit of cable left, like at the handlebar, so that that would be awkward to hammer it in. And then you have these kind of tools. These tools are all from AliExpress, so I mean, I'm not like trusting my life with these sort of stuff. If this doesn't function well, I'll just like have to make a new cut or whatever, or do it with a different tool. But that's the worst that can happen. So I think that's everything. And next part will be unboxing of the frame there. So hopefully you enjoyed this, and if you want to keep following my build, then I'll see you in the coming parts. Thanks for watching.